people in this world who will try to make you believe that they are better than you. Rage is a tool we use to prove them wrong. I don't question the choices I make.
We've got a paper trail of laundered money going in and out of Geneva.
When you lose your character, you lose everything. Remember that.
Never let your emotions dictate your actions.
I'm an angel with a dirty face.
Is that what you tell yourself so you can sleep at night?
I don't have to tell myself anything when I go to sleep at night. It's the way we live. It's business.
Harvey, can I call you Harvey?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh, this is such a thrill. I've been a lifelong fan. So thank you so much for joining me today to talk about Lansky.
Pleasure.
And, essentially this movie's about two outsiders, isn't it?
Two outsiders. Let's see. Who are the two?
Well, Lansky and Stone.
What?
Lansky and Stone. They're both outsiders, aren't they?
I'm sorry. I'm going blank. Stone?
Stone, the Sam Worthington in the movie. The reporter?
Yeah, Sam. Yeah. No.
Okay, Sam.
I know him as Sam.
Okay, yeah. Well, Sam plays an outsider and you play an outsider.
Well, I don't know your definition of outsider.
We'll put it this way. I love how Lansky, some old tricks never die. And your first meeting with Stone to write the book, he's sitting in the diner and he asks him to sit on the other side of the booth. He always faces the door. So I thought, did I get that correctly?
Yeah.
And, it's also a perspective on history, and he tells his story the way he thinks the truth is, correct?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know the story yet. He only knows once. He's there because he doesn't know the whole story.
And Lansky, he's a numbers man. He thinks logistics, and he comes across sometimes very cold. He's very analytical.
When he has to be. And he's also a father when he has to be. And a provider when he has to be.
And how do you
the immigrant?
Oh, absolutely. And how did you think he survived all those years? Was it because he just made money for everyone? Because so many gangsters have come and gone in history, but he survived. What do you think he did?
Well, because, for me, gangster is a genre. There are brilliant people who are gangsters and brilliant people who are corrupt politicians. There are brilliant people who are gangsters and brilliant people who are corrupt politicians. He survived because he was a smart man. He was a brilliant man. And had he not entered the country as an immigrant, as a poor immigrant, no education, I identify with that. My parents were from Europe. I'm the child of immigrants, and growing up without an education, in poverty. Hold on, I'm losing myself for a second here. Sorry, I lost myself for a second.
I've heard of
your shirt.
Oh yeah, it is. Well, being a Las Vegas native, Harvey, I've been, the Mob Museum here in Las Vegas. It's like I've been around it. I grew up across the street from Oscar Goodman, the mob's lawyer. So I've been a Goodfellow admirer for many, many years. And Myron Lansky, I've been to the Flamingo 1,000 times, but I didn't know he worked with the U.S. government to fight Nazis in America. I mean, that was eye-opening.
Well, that's when he was younger. I mean, Nazis were holding rallies in America to raise money. Hello, does this sound familiar to today?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Who will replace us? Who will not replace us? It's going on now.
And he gave so much of his life and money over his life to Israel, and they betrayed him in the end.
Well, that's a tough call. I mean, Golda Meir was an incredible woman. And her reasons for making the decision she made, that was her necessity. Maya had a different outcome in mind. And well, we could talk about that for a long time.
That's a historical thing. And do you think that they say he had $300 million hidden? Do you think that existed, or was that just mythology? Just like,
well, if I tell you, then I have to kill you.
oh, Harvey, don't do that.
Okay, then I'm not going to tell you.
Well, don't tell me.
I don't know whether he had that money or not. Nobody does. I mean, this guy was a brilliant man. You have to remember that. He's not going to, be some jerk that's going to leave anybody a clue that he's got his money. He created these giant companies. He put millions of people to work. He did so much creatively, and he was a mobster as well. So, that rock and roll song "Devil or Angel"
Mm-hmm.
from the 50s. Okay.
And so, how do you feel about Las Vegas? It's my home city. It's synonymous with the mob life and with Lansky and everything. So, have you visited Las Vegas much over your life?
I've been there. Well, I look at it as a place where people go for entertainment. I hope they don't lose themselves there in that quest for money. Las Vegas for me is an exciting piece of work, an amazing piece of work, like Hollywood is. The creation of Hollywood, the creation of Las Vegas. What we do with it, that's up to us. How we handle ourselves, it's up to us.
Well, Harvey, come visit us in Las Vegas. I'll give you this shirt in person. I'll show you a good time because we'd love to have you.
Okay. I'll look forward to the shirt.
Thank you so much.
I feel like maybe I've been a bit all over the place with your interview, and because your questions were such that we need a longer interview.
Absolutely. I'm just thrilled to meet you finally out of my 25-year career, and we're sitting here face to face, and I appreciate your time, and thank you so much, Harvey. I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you. Maybe one time we'll do it again. We'll do it longer, and it'll be smoother.
Absolutely. Anytime you're ready. It'll be an honor.
Well, you let me know if we're in the same place.
You got to give you the shirt. You got to come to Vegas.
No, I mean, I will do it. If we're ever in the same place again sometime, you want a longer one, we can sit down and do it.
All right, Harvey. Thank you so much. And good luck with the film. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thank you.